What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Locked in Sports, bringing you my 5 best bets for today, Sunday, July 21st, in the NBA Summer League. It is the final day of the NBA Summer League semifinals, which means we've got 2 semifinals matchups to look at, as well as a whole bunch of consolidation matches between teams that didn't quite make the semifinals, but they're still playing today. So we got a lot of players to look at, a lot of great lines to talk about, 5 of them, in fact. And why are we doing 5 picks today and not 6? Well, honestly, I found 5 picks I was really confident in, and I didn't feel like adding in a 6 that I wasn't 100% on just for the sake of hitting my usual number. So we're going with 5. Rather have a 5-0 day than a 5-1 day, right? So additionally, we have no total game points lines to talk about at the end of the video today. Why? Honestly, it's because the games are starting very early today, and I was working very, very late last night. Had to get up very early, not running on a ton of sleep right now, but still did my research. Got up super early to do research for this video, and yeah. So we'll be back tomorrow talking about the NBA Summer League Finals. We'll have some best bets and a total points line for that game. Now, before we hop into our best bets, we've got to talk about a recap from yesterday. Before I hop into a recap, I just want to say thank you all very much, as always, for subscribing, for liking, for commenting. The growth and support on the channel has been wild recently, and it's very much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn on notifications so you get notified when videos drop. Sooner you're notified, the better chance you have of getting in your bets before the games start, and of getting your bets in before the lines change for the worse. Also, comment your own picks, parlays down below. Love reading you guys' comments and chatting with you down there. Love knowing that you appreciate and you see all the research that goes into these videos. Love knowing that my research correlates with your own. So, yeah. Let's keep that up, keep the support and the growth up. Very much appreciated. Thank you all. Now, let's hop into a recap of yesterday. We have 2 games to recap, 2 videos to recap. We have the WNBA All-Star Game, and we also have yesterday's NBA Summer League picks. Let's start with the Summer League video first. It was a 2-2 day. Yeah, not a winning day, not a losing day, kind of just a wash there. Really unfortunate because I feel like we had a lot of potential to go 4-0. Bub Carrington and Tyler Smith. We had both of their overs. They were both 1 triple under. Kind of opposite stories there. Bub Carrington had a really slow start, really strong finish, 1 bucket away from hitting. Tyler Smith had a super strong start and just didn't score anything in the second half. 1 triple away from hitting. Really unfortunate in both those situations, but those are picks that felt like they should have hit. 1 bucket away is a tough spot to be in. They were on the trajectory to hit. That game went to overtime. That game played a few more minutes. I think they both hit, but yeah, it's unfortunate. Now, what did hit for us? Well, we had AJ Lawson. He went over just barely, but he did it. And Trey Alexander, he went over, only by about a point and a half, but he did it. So feel really good about those 2 picks. Those are guys who are being consistent. We took their overs. It was nice. 2 players obviously didn't play for us. Dalton Connect and Ryan Dunn both didn't play at all. Ryan Dunn wasn't even on the Suns roster, so not 100% sure what's going on there. But yeah, that's weird. But in total, 2-2 day, kind of a wash. Now let's talk about the WNBA. It was a 2-3 day for a game that I did state that was a bit more speculative. Not a lot of data there because it's an all-star game. So it was just kind of going off themes and what I thought might happen. We went 2-3. Not great, but yeah. So what hit for us, what didn't? Well, Asia Wilson had her over on rebounds. She went under. She only had 6. Angel Reese had her over on points, over 14.5 points. She went under. She only had 12. Really close, not quite there. That one's unfortunate. 1 more bucket. She gets there. And Caitlin Clark, the big upset of yesterday, just 4 points is wild. Someone in the comments of that WNBA video said that they, were going to take Clark's under because they did not think that Team USA was going to let her score. They thought they were just going to hound her. And I was like, yeah, I get you, but I thought her grudge match with Angel Reese would just make Clark play above that. I was wrong. Commenter, hey man, you were right. You were so right. Clark just didn't do anything. But we had two picks that did hit. We had Brianna Stewart over 14.5 points. She soared over it with 31, a wild showing, amazing job from her. We had Jonquel Jones for over 6.5 rebounds. She had 7, another good showing there, solid rebound numbers. But with all that double recap out of the way, let's hop into my 5 best bets for today. For my first pick of the day, looking at someone who we haven't bet on before on the channel, but he's someone I like a lot, and I'm surprised I hadn't picked him up before, because it's Jordan Miller of the Los Angeles Clippers for over 18.5 points. Look, why am I taking him? Because he's over this in 4 of 4. He's been over this in every single Summer League game he's played. Are you kidding me? You can't ask for a better line. You can't ask for something better to bet on than a guy who's done something every single time. He's over in 4 of 4. 3 of those games were over 20 points. One of them was over 30 points. He's the main focus of the Clippers offense, and this is an important game. The Clippers are trying to make it into the Summer League Finals. They're going to be playing hard. They're going to have Jordan Miller out there. They're going to have him taking shots. Yeah, he's over this 4 of 4. What more do I need to say? Locking in Jordan Miller for over 18.5 points. Next up, we're actually looking at another Miller. This time it's Leonard Miller of the Minnesota Timberwolves for over 19.5 points. This man is kind of scary consistent. In his last 3 games, he had 21, 21, and 22. So he's getting there every single game. He's been overassigned 3 of 4 times. In that first one where he didn't get over it, well, that was his first game. He was finding his footing. He had far, far fewer shots than he's had every game since. And I'm not going to hold that against him. It was his first game. Of course, the offense isn't going to understand, how good he is yet. They're not going to understand how consistent he is yet. So now that he's created a foothold in this offense and he's doing what he does every single game, I like backing him a lot. I think he definitely goes over 20 points, just like he's been doing for 3 games in a row. Scary consistent, locking him in. Leonard Miller for over 19.5 points. Now we're hopping over to the Miami Heat to take Pele Larson for over 10.5 points. Lower points line this time, but a guy who actually likes to score just as much as the previous 2. He's been over this in his 2 most recent games and under in his first 2. So, yeah, he's under in 2, but he's over in his most recent 2, which matters a lot more because it shows the offense is revolving a lot more around him now. And why weren't they doing that before? Well, Jaime Jaquez was still the primary guard on the Heat. Jaime Jaquez hasn't been playing as many Summer League games because, well, he's already a solidified starter. He doesn't need to be playing in the Summer League. They're giving rookies and more unknown players more opportunity to shine and earn their spot. And since that happened, Pele Larson has stepped up and become the main guard for Miami Heat. And why is it so important that he's a guard in this matchup? Well, the Heat are going up against Golden State, who I believe in 3 out of their 4 games played have let a guard score the most points on them. They've let guards drop 20 plus on them multiple times. And Pele Larson's the main guard on the Miami Heat. Look, do I think he can get 20 plus? Yeah. Do we need him to? No. We can get 11, 12. Yeah. For a team that doesn't guard well against a guard. And Pele Larson being the main guard for the Heat, come on. It's a no-brainer. Pele Larson over 10.5 points. Next up, running back a pick that frustrated me a lot last time because I thought we had it locked in, and this guy just didn't want to see us win. It's Baylor Skyerman. I'm taking him again, under 14.5 points. He was under in his first 3 of 3. His 4th game, he went over. He had 15. He went over this line by half a point. But why don't I think that matters? Because he only got there because he was shooting above 50% from the field, which is not sustainable, and because he got multiple free points off of technicals, which is not sustainable. Shooting above 50% isn't going to happen every game, and getting multiple technicals isn't going to happen every game. That's the only reason he went over his line. He took the least shots on his team. He looked honestly kind of lazy out on the court, not really playing defense, not doing a lot besides just sitting and hoping someone passed to him, which is why I feel confident taking his under. He's under in 3 of 3. He got lucky having amazing shooting percentage and a lot of technicals that pushed him over the line, but come on. None of that is sustainable. Easily taken. Once again, really locking this one in. Baylor Skyerman under 14 and a half points. Now for our fifth and final pick of the day. Someone who's been making a name for himself in the Summer League. It's Reed Shepard, the Houston Rockets, for over 18 and a half points. Another high points line for another big star. Shepard's been over this in 3 of 4 games. Great spot to back him. And his one under was on the second leg of a back to back. And I underestimated how much back to backs affect the Summer League players before. And I'm seeing now that for some of them, yeah, it doesn't matter. But a lot of them, it matters a lot. For Reed Shepard to go over this every time except the second leg of a back to back gives me confidence that he can go over it again now that he's fresh playing today. And honestly, he's the main source of offense for the Houston Rockets. It's the final game of the summer league. He's going to want to go out with a bang. He's going to want to go out with a big win and a big showing to tell the Rockets, "Hey, not do I just deserve a spot on your roster. I deserve to be a starter." I think that's what Reed Shepard does. I think he does what he's been doing for almost every single game for the summer league, and he goes over 18 and a half points. All right, there you have it. Those are my 5 best bets for today, Sunday, July 21st, in the NBA Summer League. I'm going to be really excited to watch how the semifinals play out. They are starting really early today, so I'm going to go ahead and watch those in a couple of hours. Hope you guys have just as much fun watching them as I will, and hope that you guys found some picks in here that you like, something that you want to take, something that you want to make a lot of money with. I'm really confident in our picks today. Just 5 guys that have been consistently going over lines and are in a really good spot in their offense. Love to see a nice clean sweep today to bring us back into a nice, solid, just winning state of mind. So, all that out of the way, thank you all very, very much for the support on the channel. Again, if you are new here and you like the picks, subscribe, turn on notifications so you know when videos drop, so you can bet before games start and bet before lines change. Leave a like, comment your own picks, parlays, and all that down below, and especially comment what you want to see on the channel. We have one more day of Summer League games, and I like making daily videos. I like this being a part of my routine. I don't plan on stopping, but what I make, kind of up to you guys. I've been thinking of doing some NFL season-long bet videos. I've been thinking about making some more fantasy football videos for the NFL. I know YouTube is a bit saturated with those, but I like making them. I like talking about it. So content like that should be coming to the channel soon. If there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know, whether it be WNBA, whether it be NBA season-long bets, whether it be a different sport. Be happy to cover all of that. So comment your suggestions down below and let you know what I think about them. So once again, thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a good one. Let's make some money. Yeah.